All right, this one's a doozy. We got the most recent balance patch, as well as the Summoners War original monsters that are replacing the 4 collab families from the most recent. That. All this and more in the Fuse News, episode 272. All right, let's start with the balance patch. Right at the top, we've got a much needed adjustment to Windy. Now he's just going to be giving his allies a shield, and he'll be left shieldless in Seattle. Hopefully that'll help us with dispatching him better, or at the very least it'll help most of our AI defenses with dispatching him better. All of the Takebis got a little bit of changes as well. There was a small nerf to Nikki as well as to Veronica, and most of the Geralts got changes. But 2 of my favorite portions of the balance patch belong to the Ifrits. The first one is to Tessarion, who now does something if he attacks into somebody who already has Oblivion. And Elsharion the Light Ifrit got a little bit of attack bar absorption after he steals buffs. The devs also made it so that some awakening effects have changed. So, for instance, Savannah is no longer awakening into resistance, now she's getting some accuracy, which makes way more sense. For the sake of this episode's runtime, that's all I'm going to cover here, but if you want to check out the full balance patch, I'll have the link in the description. It's been quite some time since the most recent collab came to a close, and now we're getting the Summoners War original monsters that are replacing those families. So now when you take a trip over to the Summon Henge and you summon up one of these monsters, you're going to be getting a Summoners War original instead of a collaboration unit. And they look fantastic. But those families aren't the only ones that are getting a fresh look. We're also seeing a suite of new transmogs introduced into the game. The Vagabond is the next second awakened unit to get a transmog. It's accompanied by the Battle Angels, who are getting their first non-World Arena related skin. Then we've got the Purettes and the Devil Maidens. And finally, the one that I've been most excited about is the Indras. For me, it's always so exciting to see transmogs for units that have more than one form, and that's why I've been particularly looking forward to the Indras. But which ones are you guys most excited about, and are you going to be picking any up? Let me know in a comment. If you want to read more about the update, as well as all of the improvements to Siege that have already been foreshadowed, take a look at the description, because I've got a link to the full patch notes down below. Yo, is this seat taken? You know, this is pretty good. But I wish it was Boba. Summoners War is collaborating with It's Boba Time to open up its very own pop-up event. And it's happening on June 22nd at the Highland location for It's Boba Time. If you think you can make it, make sure to register using the link in the description. Or hey, there's even a QR code on screen. That's crazy. If you register and attend the event, you'll also be eligible to get a coupon code that is suspiciously good. It gets you 500 crystals, 20 mystical scrolls, 1 LD scroll, and a legendary scroll. Wow. And you can get Summoners War themed boba drinks on top of that? Well, sign me up. There will also be exclusive Raccoony pins at the event, but those are also first come, first serve. Hopefully I'll see you then. Again, that's at the Highland location in Los Angeles, California. And while you're in the description, you may notice that a new registration link is there for the next meetup, and this one's being held in Milford, Massachusetts. And it is being hosted by none other than Stoic, so if you think you can make it, be sure to click on that link and register. Here are 10 of the best Nat 3 passives in Summoners War, and conversely, here are the top 10 fake passives in Summoners War. No monster on this list has a passive. However, they do behave as if they had one under certain conditions. Check those out if you haven't already. Keep on farming, and I'll see you right back here next week for episode 273. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.